Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the final day of the Advent of Cyber 2023. And it's been a project, for sure. A bit quieter. There we go. So, day 24. 20 forensics. Ha! Because we're doing a forensics project for this one. Except, we're not. But we'll get to that in a second. This is going to be the final task in this video. The one where we hopefully, if I didn't miss any question, attain our certificate, our badge that I have done this. I don't think I'll be winning any prizes. I never win these things. Excuse me. But we will be putting the badge earnings live on video, and I might just clip that out to show off that people can do it with enough dedication. Is that the word? Chutzpah. Sadistic patience. I don't know. A lot of things were required to do these videos here this month. But without further ado, let's continue with the final task of this thing, the project. Task 30, day 24, mobile analysis. You are on the naughty list, McGreedy. Oh, McGreedy, that stinker. Start machine button. First thing we see. First thing we're not going to be interacting with, because unfortunately, the very final task of this is practically completely inaccessible the way I've set it up. And we'll go into more of that as we
Speech mode off.
as we go through the task here. There will be another video after this one where I pretty much just take every task apart quickly. You know, if you want to see the details, you can watch the video, but I want to have a quick run through of all the 24 tasks and where the issues were. And that's going to be what I'll share again with the TryHackMe people. I'll put it in places where they can find it. And hopefully, by doing this, we can hope that next year things will be better. And if they aren't better, then we can shame them and tell them that, you know, all the clues and all the tips were there, but they were not being listened to. Last year, I just sent feedback in for the forum. This time, I have it live on video. So if it doesn't happen, if nothing gets better, if people don't learn from their mistakes, well, I tried. Anyway. Start machine button is going to go ignored, unfortunately, because we can't do anything. It's essentially a Windows machine with a tool called Autopsy Forensics on it, which is a Java app, which works okay with screen readers if you have it on your own computer and you were to be able to download the case file, which they haven't done, and I'll have the things to say about that in the retrospective. But if you were to have access to the AUT file, you could probably get a decent way into it. There is a question about a flag in a photo, which would be really hard to find as a blind person, but with enough patience, AI, and OCR, you could probably get pretty far. Yeah, we'll just go through the task. I'll read the stuff. I have the question answers. They've already been filled in, and the only question we still have to answer is the final one, which hopefully will get us our badge. So, excuse me once more. Let's continue with the story. Click here to watch the walkthrough video. I'll click that away so it's not in our view. There we go. What do we got? Detective Frosto continues to piece the evidence together, and Tracy McGreedy is now a suspect. What's more, the detective believes that McGreedy communicated with an accomplice. Smartphones are now an indispensable part of our lives for most of us. We use them to communicate with friends, family members, and colleagues, browse the internet, shop online, perform e-banking transactions, and many other things. Speak for yourself, I try to do as little as possible. Among other reasons, it's because smartphones are so intertwined in our activities that they can help exonerate or convict someone of a crime. Frosto suggests that Tracy's company-owned phone, I can't read today, suggests that Tracy's company-owned phone be seized, oh, I really can't read today, be seized so that Forensic McBlue can analyze it and in his lab to collect digital evidence. Because it's company-owned, no complicated legal procedures are required. Haha, loophole. Anyway, learning objectives. After completing this task, you will learn about getting gray hair because of inaccessible tasks. Nah, kidding. Procedures for collecting digital evidence. The challenges with modern smartphones. Using autopsy digital forensics with an actual Android image. Ooh. Digital forensics. Forensics is a method of using science to solve crimes. As a forensic scientist, you would expect to collect evidence from crime scenes, such as fingerprints, DNA, and footprints. You would use and analyze this evidence to determine what happened at the crime scene and who did it. With the spread of digital equipment, such as computers, phones, smartphones, tablets, and digital tools, digital video recorders. What are digital video recorders? You mean a camera? A different set of tools and training are required. When it comes to digital evidence, the ideal approach is to acquire a raw image. A raw image is a bit-for-bit copy of the device's storage. Forensics is an essential part of the criminal justice system. It helps to solve crimes and bring criminals to justice. However, for evidence to be permissible in court, we must ensure that it's not tampered with or lost, and that it's authentic when presented to the court. This is why we need to maintain a chain of custody. Chain of custody is a legal concept used to track the possession and handling of evidence from the time it's collected at a crime scene to the moment it's presented in court. The chain of custody is documented through a series of written records that track the evidence's movement and who handled it at each step. In the following sections, we assume that we are dealing with computers and smartphones owned by the company or seized as part of a criminal investigation. Heading 2, very good, acquiring a digital forensic image. Acquiring an image for digital forensics can be challenging, depending on the target device. Computers are more accessible than other devices, so we'll start our discussion by focusing on them. There are 4 main types of forensic images acquisition. Static acquisition, a bit-by-bit image of the disk is created while the device is turned off. Live acquisition, a bit-by-bit image of the disk is created while the device is on. Logical acquisition, a select list of files is copied from the seized device. Or sparse acquisition, select fragments of unallocated data are copied. The unallocated areas of the disk might contain deleted data. However, this approach is limited compared to static and live acquisition because it doesn't cover the whole disk. Let's consider the following 2 scenarios. 1. The seized computer is switched off. As part of a crime scene, the investigators stumble on a live computer that's switched on. That's number 2. Heading 3. Okay, interesting heading choice there, but it works. A computer that's switched off. It is a subheading. Very well done. Imagine the evidence is a Windows 10 laptop that's switched off. We know that by default, the disk is not encrypted. We should not turn it on, as this will make some changes to the disk and tamper with the evidence as a result. Removing the hard disk drive or STD from the laptop and cloning it is a relatively simple task. We use a write blocker, a hardware device that makes it possible to clone a disk without any risk of modifying the original data. We rely on our forensic imaging software to get the raw image or equivalent. This would create a bit-by-bit copy of the disk. Finally, we need a suitable storage device to save the image. That's probably an external hard drive or something. Heading 3, a computer that's switched on. The second case. Another example would be dealing with a laptop that is switched on. In this case, we shouldn't switch it off. Instead, we should aim for a live image. The laptop might be encrypted, and shutting it down will make reading its data impossible without a password. Furthermore, data in the volatile memory, RAM, might be important for our investigation. Yeah, we saw that when we played with volatility a couple days ago. When they're able to analyze a device, investigators can gain access to the account and services that the suspect is logged into. This can be indispensable in some instances to prove guilt and solve a crime. Various tools can be used. They usually require us to run a program on the target system, giving us memory and on the non-volatile memory disk. Read that again? Oh, giving us access to all the data in the volatile memory or the disk. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Sometimes my Braille panning keys skip a bit of sentence and I have to piece it together. Acquiring a smartphone image. The smartphone is ubiquitous digital The smartphone is a ubiquitous digital device that we can expect to encounter. Modern smartphones are now encrypted by default, which can be a challenge for digital forensics. Without the decryption key, encrypted storage looks literally like random data. Finding the decryption key is crucial to be able to analyze the image. Let us briefly overview smartphone encryption before discussing acquiring a forensic image of an Android device. Okay. Encryption in smartphones. Android 4.4 introduced full disk encryption. When full disk encryption is activated, the user-created data is automatically encrypted before being written to the device storage and decrypted before being read from the storage. Furthermore, the phone cannot be booted before providing the password. It is important to note that this type of encryption applies to built-in storage and doesn't include removable memory such as micro SD cards. Android 7.0 introduced direct boot, a file-based encryption mode. File-based encryption lets us use different keys for different files. From the user's perspective, the phone can be booted and some basic functionality can be used, such as receiving phone calls. Beyond this basic functionality, the encryption password needs to be provided. Depending on the settings and Android version, the SD card might also be encrypted. Android 9.0 and higher can encrypt an SD card as it would encrypt internal storage. Since Android 6.0, encryption has been mandatory. Unless we are dealing with an older Android version, we can expect the seized phone to be encrypted. Apple iPhone devices are encrypted by default too. Data protection, a file-based encryption methodology, is part of iOS, the iPhone's operating system. In this section, we provided an overview of smartphone encryption. Ultimately, encryption can be a significant obstacle that digital forensics investigators need to overcome. Obtaining or discovering the encryption key is necessary for a complete digital forensic investigation. Okay, well, heading to practical case. Tracy McGreedy's phone is company property. This means that it was easy for Detective Frosteau to seize it and ask Forensic McBlue to use his expertise to carry out the digital forensic investigation. The first thing Forensic McBlue does is put the phone in a Faraday bag. A Faraday bag prevents the phone from receiving any wireless signal, meaning Tracy McGreedy can't wipe its data remotely. Now that McBlue has Tracy McGreedy's Android phone, it's time to get an image. I didn't expect that, period. He successfully unlocks the phone using the same password used to lock everyone out of the server room 3 weeks ago. What a coincidence. The main tools McBlue uses for analyzing Android phones are Android Debug Bridge, ADB, and Autopsy Digital Forensics. Once the phone is unlocked and connected to the laptop, creating a backup using ADB Backup is relatively easy. Here's the exact command he used. ADB backup-all-f android_backup.ab. Backup-all means that we want to back up all applications that allow backups. -f android_backup.ab saves the Android to the file android_backup.ab. The main limitation of ADB backup is that some applications don't support this option, as they explicitly disallow backups. with the setting allow backup equals false. Furthermore, although this option still works with a limited number of applications, it has been restricted since Android 12. So it's a good idea to rely on more robust alternatives. So now we get the real stuff. This backup of various applications is considered a logical image, but Forensic McBlue isn't satisfied. He wants a full raw image of the phone storage. Many commercial products can be used to acquire an image. However, most of them rely on the Android Debug Bridge (ADB) and combine it with other tools, such as an exploit to gain root access. An Android device won't provide root access to the user unless it's for development purposes. This limits the ability to access many files and directories on the phone. Storage. Rooting an Android device gives us full access to the device files, including raw access to the disk. Forensic McBlue prepares a list of potential exploits that would give him root access to the Android device. After a couple of attempts, Forensic McBlue is able to exploit the phone successfully and get root access. With root access, he has full access to all the physical storage. Yeah, rooting is fun. I do it for my Android phones sometimes. Just so you can also do stuff that Android wouldn't normally let you do, but it's becoming less and less of a necessity these days. To confirm that he has root, he issues the command, "Who am I?" He also needs to issue the mount command to find the mounted devices. But this would result in a very long list of all real and virtual mounted devices. However, the application data is in the directory data. We need to focus our attention on the storage device mounted on /data. To filter for the lines mentioning data, Forensic McBlue uses the command mount bar grab data instead of just mount. The output allows him to pinpoint the name of the storage device mounted on /data, which turns out to be /dev/block/dm-o, as in 0. The interaction can be seen in the terminal below. Okay, yeah, we have a screenshot which pretty much shows this right here. There's a machine called DF Workstation, which does an ADB shell, getting access to the phone. And yeah, it pretty much shows off this mount data, and it's we got a ... and then we see this exact thing that was just mentioned. It's an X4 file system. Anything important else for here? No, yeah, a whole bunch of properties for this particular volume, and nothing else really here. Generic x86, yeah, sounds good. As we learned from the commands in the terminal above, the device is /dev/block/dm-0. Think of this device as a partition on the smartphone's disk. McBlue wants to get this whole partition and analyze it using autopsy. There are many ways to leverage the power of ADB and get a raw dump of /dev/block/dm-0. One easy way is using ADB pull /dev/block/dm-0, and put it in android-mcgreedy.img. The command above will pull the device that I just said and save it to the local file android-mcgreedy.img. After a few minutes, the command is complete, and a 6 GB image file is created! Exclamation point. Note that we need root access for the above command to work on the Android device. Yeah, I've actually been trying to open up some pretty specific blinds on Android devices in a very similar way and have gotten nowhere because I don't have root access. Now, all we have to do is import the image into autopsy. The steps are straightforward, as we see in the screenshots below. I don't see any screenshots. Once we start autopsy, we see a dialog box asking whether we want to create a new digital forensic case or open an existing one. After clicking New Case, we should specify the case name. Let's use the suspect name and device to avoid ambiguity. A screenshot with no alt text. Next, we need to provide the case number and the name of the investigator, Forensic McBlue. Another screenshot that we can't see because there's no alt text. The next step allows us to specify the name of the raw image. In some cases, we can have multiple raw images in one case. For example, we can have 4 images from the same suspect, 2 smartphones, a laptop, and a desktop computer. An explicit, unambiguous name is necessary. Okay, screenshot. Can't see it because there's no alt text. Now let's analyze the disk image we retrieved from the smartphone. In other cases, we might use a local disk, i.e. a hardware disk, excuse me, attached to the computer. Another example would be logical files, such as Microsoft Outlook email archive BST file. We provide the location of the raw image file we want to analyze. Another screenshot. We can't see them because there's no alt text. Finally, we must select the ingest modules to help us analyze the file. In this case, the indispensable modules are the two Android analyzer modules. No idea which ones those are. However, we can select any other modules we find helpful in this case. So what I understand, an ingest module is literally just an extra like sort of process that's run on the particular image that you feed into it, and then you get essentially a render of that whole entire thing where you can sift through it, very similar to that FTK imager thing we saw about 12 days ago. Once we click next, Autopsy will create a new case and run the ingest modules on the selected data source. Android image in this case, yep. Before moving forward, review the questions in the connection card below. What's all the way down here? I don't think this one has alt text, but it might just not have it. We can actually refresh the page and see if it does. Maybe I was not quick. I took a couple of hours before I even got here. So there's no graphics on my screen right now according to my NVDA, which means that literally 0 of the graphics here have alt text. That is pretty bad. Okay. Connection card. Yeah, okay, so we don't know what the connection card says, but I'm pretty sure it says you can open it in split screen and there is an RDP, which is good. You can access the MS Windows machine with Autopsy set up on it. Click on Start Room, it's Start Machine, and wait for it to load. It should take a couple of minutes to fully boot up. I'm not going to be doing that because it's pointless. You can display the virtual machine in your browser by clicking the Show Split View. Alternatively, you can access the VM from your local remote desktop client over VPN. Yep. The login credentials for the remote desktop are username, administrator, password, J, big N, G, big Q, big T, big D, big N, 7. We have already created a case in Autopsy, so you don't have to create a new one. And wait for the ingest modules to analyze the data. Using Autopsy, open the tracymcgreedy.aot case in the Documents folder and check the questions below. Okay, and with that, I've read the final task of this year's Advent of Cyber 2024. Yeah, we can't do the task. And usually, I've always promised that I'm going to make sure that I include what I was going to do in case this was something I could just do with my own tools. First, Autopsy is relatively usable with the screen reader. It's not great. I'm not going to tell you that it's great. It's pretty bad. And you would need OCR, probably, for some things. But it's doable. It's a Java image. I don't know if it's open source. I don't think it is. So you would have been able to muddle through with your own computer had you had access to the case. So they already tell you, we've already created a case, so all they'd have to do is host that case file somewhere and you can just download it and you're done. But they haven't done that. So second thing I would try if the Autopsy tool wasn't accessible, Autopsy seems to depend on a bunch of command line tools called the Sleuth Kit, or TSK, which you could also call manually. So you could probably figure out a way to open this up. I'm not sure if you can run modules, ingest modules, using that procedure. That I'd have to look into, but there is probably an alternative if Autopsy is so inaccessible that you can't use it. And I don't know if it is. That I'd have to find out. But I was thinking of trying it. I was thinking of downloading the file to our machine using something like Evil WinRM. But for one, I don't even know if that would work, and for another, I don't want to go too far outside of the parameters of this task, and that would have definitely gone outside of them because that's not something we've really learned. So, yeah, we are stymied here. This is a blocker for people who can't use the VM, and therefore I'm going to have to carry you across the block here. I've used AI and OCR and all the other tools of my trade to figure out what the question answers are. And by that, I basically mean I watched a video of someone else doing it, pause it at the right moments, and have the AI analyze the images because I can't see them. Which leads us to the following answers. The first question is, one of the photos contains a flag. What is it? Well, see, if you had access to the thing, this would have been really annoying to find out. Because there were apparently quite a few pictures in this thing, so you would have to go through all of them with OCR in a somewhat questionably accessible program, so that would have probably not have been a fun exercise, but you could have done it. Now we can. The flag is THM in all caps, left brace, digital forensics with underscore in between, and all caps, right brace. So THM, left brace, digital underscore forensics, right brace with all letters capitalized. Okay. What name does Tracy use to save Detective Frosteau's phone number? That is Detective Carrot Nose with a dash between carrot and nose and a space between detective and carrot. One SMS exchanged with Van Sprinkles contains a password. What is it? It is CHEE7AQU, and only A and Q are capitalized. Everything else is small. If you have enjoyed this room, please check out the autopsy room. And that, I think we have all the question answered. We press complete. Correct answer. Oh? There is more tasks. Task 31, day 24, the confrontation. Oh, there's more stuff. What is all this? Jolly Judgment Day. McSkay's team has achieved something remarkable. They have meticulously gathered a trove of evidence, enough to confront the elusive McGreedy about his nefarious activities. Now, the moment of truth has arrived. In this gripping conclusion to our adventure, you'll assist in presenting the hard-earned evidence before Santa himself, the one who oversees all. Each piece of evidence you help unveil will bring McGreedy's closer to facing the consequences of his actions. This... Oh no, is this a puzzle? Is this like a Phoenix Wright evidence spinning around system? Because if it is, this may not be accessible. As you step into this pivotal courtroom showdown, may your wit, courage, and the skills you've honed guide you. Good luck. The quest for justice rests in your hands. Jolly Judgment Day instructions. Pick evidence that matches Santa's question. You can select up to 3 evidence. You need to achieve a conviction score higher than 100 to win. You will lose the game if Santa loses all patience. You earn conviction points by answering questions about evidence correctly. If you choose the wrong evidence or give incorrect answers, Santa gets impatient. However, if you select the right evidence and answer questions correctly, Santa becomes more patient again. Oh dear. What is the final flag? Oh god, I did not know this was here. This is interesting. There is a view site here. I don't know if it's going to be accessible. It might not be. Start. Uh-oh. Let's hope this is accessible. It would be really sad if it wasn't. Start game. Jolly Judgment Day. Yeah, Kitty team has achieved. Okay, where's the actual stuff? Yeah. Okay, where is it? What the heck is all this? Okay, let's see. We have a new frame. Conviction score 0. Judgment patience 0. Judge patience 0. This is definitely a reference to Phoenix Wright, because some people say that the Phoenix Wright judge looks a little bit like Santa Claus. Question 1 of 6. Judge, Mr. McGreedy, the opposition, claims you masterminded a revenge plot against the company. What do you say to that? McGreedy, I'm unaware of anything like that. Rest assured, any illegal allegations of my involvement are completely baseless and fictional. Okay, I have to pick evidence here. Let's see. Information from chatbot. No, that's not helpful. Okay, it's somewhat accessible actually. I'm just not sure. Let's see. Notes in MS-DOS computer. Let's try that one. Submit. Are you sure you want to submit the following evidence? Notes in MS-DOS computer. I don't remember what was in there. Retrieved from day 5. Yes, confirm evidence. What does it say? Did we do it wrong? Scroll up to the log here. This is fun. I didn't know they did this. Judge patience 100. Okay, conviction score 0. Okay, did we do it wrong? Judge. All of this is pointless evidence. Take your evidence back. Sorry, I did the wrong thing. Question 2 out of 6. I'm going to fail this. Judge, Mr. McGreedy, the opposition claims you have been using your old hacker handle in your activities, which is how they were able to identify your accounts. Is this correct? I have never had a hacker handle, not even a nickname. This is absurd. I don't know what his hacker handle is. Let's see. It's not the chatbot. It's not the notes from the MS-DOS computer. What else do we have? Dropped USBs. I don't think it was that. Forum post. That one. I think that's the one. Submit evidence. Are you sure? Making me nervous. Yup. Please tell me I did it right this time. This is all excellent evidence. Correct. Oh. This is all excellent evidence. Correct evidence. Hooray. 7 forum posts. Fantastic. Continue. Very nice. Scroll up. How much did that give our score? How much did we get? We got... This is a little annoying because it bounces me all over the place. McSkitty's team has it... Yeah, okay, blah. This is a friend. Wait, this didn't get anything? Judge patient 0. Uh-oh. Did we do it wrong? What hacker forum did the user Greedster post on, offering best festival voluntaries for sale? Tinsel Terminal. I don't think this was accessible. Holy Hack, Jingle Hacks, or Coal Forums. I think it was Jingle Hacks. How many times do I need to say this? Just because the nickname looks like my name, it doesn't mean anything. Continue. Navigating this investigation was made easier by the technical proficiency displayed by my team. What? What is this? Oh, Judge Pachman is now up to 95 and we have 15 score. Very cool. Okay, continue. Question 3 of 6. The court is informed of an extensive investigation that started after the USB incident and has uncovered a trail leading to a command and control server central to this cyber activation. Mr. McGreedy, are you aware or connected to this server? Your input could be vital in clarifying this case. McGreedy, I am not involved. Sprinkles has always been a bit rogue. Claiming I'm part of this malware issue is an extreme stretch. There's no evidence linking me such recklessness. Oh dear. Okay, what do we give him? It's not that I don't remember what some of these things have. I think we can put more than one thing at a time, so let's do that. We definitely want the dropped USB samples. What else is here? The what's the crypto miner? Yeah, that was the malware, I think. The crypto miner. And C2 server credentials. Yeah, definitely that one. So we put three things in. So how do I submit this? Submit evidence. Yeah, I am quite sure. Continue. Confirm evidence. Boop. What does Santa think of it? Judge Santa Claus residing. See what he says. This is a reading the wrong thing. Sorry. Judge pay. Okay. All of this is pointless evidence. Take your evidence back. Oh no. I'm trying. Judge Mr. McGreedy, you're claiming you're being framed, but the opposition emphasizes your technical skills and describes you as being capable of leading such a cyber operation. They claim to have proof for your orchestrating attacks on Antarcticrafts and Best Festival Company. Technical expertise, you're overestimating me. My knowledge is basic at most. Ask me about the dark web versus the clear web, and I'd probably stumble. Oh dear. Wait, why is it grayed out? I can't do anything. Oh, I have to pick something first, right? Oh dear. This is hard. I don't remember all these. Crypto miner. What is else? C2 server credentials. Forensic image of McGreedy's phone. Server takeover password. Forum post. So what really doesn't help here, I'm pretty sure that we have images of what's on these, and I don't have those because they weren't all texted. So let me actually see if I can OCR any of this.
Speech mode. TryHackMe advent of site recognizing. Earn. MC Tazo. Luck. Jolly. Elite. Inker. Pico. What? NVDA speech T11 10 Act 11 Washington button. E of evidence and the skills you own guide apply if guidance and answer submit. West Ion. McCready you're claiming you re. Just emphasis in your tech out from clickable clickable. Frame click out of frame click of recognizable. Result document. Print got it. Read more. Experience. For more information we use cookies to ensure forum 1110H0C are in here. This room was created today. This is a free room with me on the Cabo THM and O 1000G lang. Speech mode off.
Dear oh dear, this is... I'd have to go read through all the tasks again to do this, so we may not be able to actually finish this today. This is legit difficult. The forum post? We've already used the forum post. It's grayed out. We can't use it again. So how do I get my evidence back? Can't get my evidence back. Okay, let's try the malware sample. I don't think that's the right one, but let's just try it. Submit. Are you sure? I guess. Confirm evidence. All right. Well, let's see what it says. I don't think this is right at all. Yep. What does it say? Correct that. Oh, is it? This is all excellent evidence. Oh, thank fuck. Okay, put that one in the right place. Okay, thank you. When analyzing the malware sample, McSkitty's team found a domain used in downloading the malware's second stage. What was the domain? This I know. That's greedster.malware.thm, first.mcgreedy.thm, mysweetsecond-stage.thm. No, it's stash.mcgreedy.thm. This is accessible, by the way, sorta. Like, you can't see what evidence you have. It's only you have to go by the little labels that are attached to it. And I think there is visuals that can show you off what was already in there. But, yeah. Okay, McGreedy. It's an old domain I used years ago. Some hacker must have bought it. Sure. Judge patient is 90. And, what is our conviction score? 30. Oh, shit, we need, like... I have only, like, two questions left. And I have, like... 60 points more to go. I don't know if this is doable. Have to see. A round of applause for the team's investigation skills. Greatly facilitating our efforts. Yeah, sure. Boom. Question 5 out of 6. Judge. The court is informed of an extensive investigation that started after the USB incident and has uncovered a trail leading to a command and control server central to the cyber activity. Mr. McGreedy, are you aware or connected to the server? Your input could be... Yeah, we've seen this question. A command and control server, while the implication of my involvement is almost flattering, it's utterly absurd. I'm not familiar with this server. There are countless networks, and linking me to this particular one without solid evidence is merely speculative. Okay. So what do we give? What do we throw at him now? Notes in MS-DOS. I don't remember what was in those notes for the MS-DOS computer. Dropped USBs? No. Crypto miner. Crypto miner C2 server credentials. I think that's the one. I think we have to use the server credentials because I think they had his name in it. Submit. Confirm. Let's see. Is it right? Did we get it right? At least we can learn. We can remember the questions for next time. I'm gonna do it one more time probably and then see if we can figure it out. Scroll down. I don't really want to necessarily do this all the way because this is not necessarily an accessibility issue. This is just me not remembering things. I kind of wanted to put the earning of the certificate in the video, but if it turns out to be difficult, then I'll do it off screen and just say that we did it. Let's see. 30 conviction score. Is this right? This is all excellent evidence. Hooray! We got this one right. Okay, beautiful. I still don't think we're going to get enough of it, but we'll do it. What was the username that could be used to log into the C2 server? What was that again? McGreedy, Frosto, Santa, or McSkitty? I think it was McGreedy. The login is McGreedy, but that's not exclusive to me. In this digital world, identity theft and impersonation are rampant. You can't see this as conclusive, can you? It's not definitive proof, right? He's getting a little nervous. McSkitty says, having someone really good at cybersecurity tackle this investigation brought a level of expertise we truly need. I love how they're like making the user all happy. Okay, we are at... oh dear, conviction score 37. Oh dear, we're never going to make this. Okay, question 6. We'll just play through the whole entire thing and then see what all the other tasks do. Judge, the evidence so far, though compelling, is circumstantial. It suggests but doesn't conclusively link Mr. McGreedy to allegations. Does the opposition have evidence that directly ties Mr. McGreedy to these crimes? Even the judge sees it's just circumstantial fluff. All conjecture and guesswork. You're still fishing for that one piece of seal to seal my fate? In the digital shadows, solid evidence is rare, and you won't find any against me. I'm almost eager to see what you try next. We're gonna fail. I didn't know we were gonna get an exam after this. Dang it. All right, well, whatever. Yeah, the MS-DOS computer, I do not remember what that is. I need to look that up. Dropped USBs, crypto miner. Forensic image of McGreedy's phone. Let's try that one. I hope that has something good. Submit evidence. Are you sure? I know you can put up to 3 pings of evidence. I just don't really know what they go. Okay, well, let's see what it says. Is this at least the correct evidence for the next time I do this? Because I'm going to not. This is all excellent evidence. Excellent. Good. Forensic image of McGreedy's phone. Nice. Alright. The phone image includes text messages incrementing McGreedy. Who did he send them to? That was Van Sprinkles, I'm pretty sure. Van Sprinkles, Van Holly, McSkitty, or Detective Carrot Nose. Carrot Nose! Van Sprinkles. So, you have a text from my phone. I can't deny it anymore, can I? Yes, I confess. It was me behind the malware, the C2 server, everything. I thought I covered all tracks, but I underestimated you. You've cornered me. Okay, but we don't have enough points, though. Big thanks to the team for being so good at mobile forensics. It made a big difference. Boom. Try again. Yeah, we didn't do it. You've lost the game. Sorry. Alright, well. We got up to 77. We actually got pretty far. Do we want to try one more time? We now kind of know what the questions are, so maybe you can do it this time. I'll just quickly do it and not read any old text. Excuse me. So what does this one need? Dropped USBs. That was Van Sprinkles. Forum post. Did we try to forum post last time for this one? I think so. Let's see what else we got. Crypto miner. T2 server credential. We use that for another question. I know that. We use that one too. What's this? Server task takeover password. Maybe? We haven't used the server takeover password yet. Let's see what that does. Submit evidence. Are you sure? Yep. If this is wrong, then I think I'm just going to skip this for now. This is a fun little thing. I just didn't expect this. I'm not prepared. Let's see. What does it say? This, you could see this is an accessibility issue if you do have visuals, because I can't see what any of this says. Does the judge like it? Yes, he does actually. Nice. Okay. So this is good. Yeah. Server takeover password was the correct one for this one. What does this say? This is new content. The question is... Server takeover password, day 23. When McSkitty and her team took back control of one of their servers, they found out the hacker was logging in from McGreedy's machine. What new password did the attacker set on the hacked machine? Greedy Grapper 1@. Yeah, that one. It must have been the bandit Yeti sitting at my desk and doing that. Not me. Sure there, Grandpa. McSkitty. Our experts did an awesome job digging into this. Okay, question 2 out of 6. Can we do this in this video after? This is a long video. I'm so sorry. I didn't expect this to happen. Mr. McGreedy, the opposition claims you have been using your old hacker handle. Okay, so this is the forum one. Yeah, this is the forum post. I remember that. Submit evidence. Confirm. This is really like Phoenix, right? I like that. I like that this is accessible. I would have actually expected this to not be accessible, and it was. So I'm glad that it's actually working. That's great. Okay, the question answer to this one was jingle hacks. That one. How many times do I need to say this? Yep, blah, blah, blah. We've already seen that. Okay. Going a lot better this time. Yep, we've already seen that too. We now have already 30 points of evidence against this person. So we need like 2 more and we can do it. The court is informed of an extensive investigation that started after the USB has included reading to a command and control server central to the cyber malware. McGreedy, are you aware or connected to this server? Your input could be valuable. What does he say? I'm not involved. Sprinkles has always been a bit rogue. Okay, so let's use the malware sample for this one. I'm pretty sure we didn't use that one for this one last time, and I think we got this one wrong. So let's try it again. Pointless evidence. Take your evidence back. Ah, that's a shame. Okay, we got that one wrong. That's a shame. You need claiming your beginning frame, but emphasizes your technical skills and describes you as being technical expertise. You're overestimating me. What was that again? That was the let's see. Not the chat bot, not the DOS computer. Was it the server? I don't remember, honestly. Oh, no, it was not the server. It was not the server credentials. Server credentials were later. Not that one. McGreedy's phone is the last one. Is this where we see the malware sample? Let's try this. Try this here. Quickly seeing if that's correct. Yes, that's correct. Beautiful. All right. So that was the malware sample. What's the question? Not sure if we got this one right last time. When analyzing the malware sample, McGreedy... Oh yeah, domain. Right, the domain. That was the... Greedster, no. First, no. Stash. Stash.mcgreedy.thm, right. Okay, continue. A round of applause. Yeah, we did that. Okay, what's next? How much do we have now? We have 41. If we get 2 more questions right, I think that last one is 40 points. So if we get 1 more right, we should be able to do it this time. The current informant of a... Oh dear. Come back. My Bluetooth just gave out. It's fine, we have a USB cable right here. Looks like NVDA has crashed. We are restarting NVDA real quick, and then we can continue where we were. Bring the speech viewer back. I'm not sure if it's going to work, and I don't really want to mess with it too much right now. I'll check it in the next video. But anyway, here, yeah. What were we doing? Yeah. Let's uncover the trail. Yeah. What does he say? He says something back. A command and control server. Well, the implication. Yeah. So that's the credentials, and then we have the this one, the credentials. Yep, that's the one. So we confirm. And then we say continue. I'm pretty sure this is the right one. Yes, it is. Okay, good. And the username was McGreedy. McGreedy. Continue. Having someone really good at cybersecurity. Yeah, we saw that. Thank you for all the praise there, McSkitty. And number 6 was the forensic evidence of the forensic image of the phone that we just played with. Oh, well, we're going to, but we didn't. And now we'll see if we do it. If we don't do it, too bad. We'll do it later. Yeah, that one. Submit. Continue. Confirm. Continue. That was vent sprinkles. Did we do it? No. Okay. You've lost the game. How many points did we have? 91. Oh, we're so close. Okay, well, for now I'm going to leave this alone. We're going to ignore this task for now. I'm just going to look at the last one, the end. The end, we the kings of cyber are, is the last task. I'm going to read through that real quick. Okay, there's some kind of... Is that an image? Yeah, an image with the alt text... with the alt text, the following. Let me really quickly switch to the right device. There.
Speech tab unlabeled graphic clickable C6 D6 map 9 45 D2 BC 19 D 3736 05 C6 speech.
I think we missed one here. Okay. We the Kings of Cyber are. Another graphic with Lottie animation. What a month. McSkitty, McHoneybell, Frosto, and the entire team can finally get some rest. As the toy factories of both poles start up again, everyone breathes a sigh of relief. No more sabotage. No more insider threats, and everything is running smoothly. Frostlings and elves rush to stations. There's toys to develop, gifts to pack, and no time to waste. McSkitty turns to you with a smile on her face. Thank you for all your help. We really couldn't have done it without you. As always, there are some things that even McSkitty can't see, but would be good for you to know. Anyway, in his holding cell, McGreedy can't do much. He's just sitting there, angry and defeated. We can be sure he's plotting his revenge, though. Previously, it was just about his company being sold. Now it's personal. Somewhere else, the Frosty Five are celebrating. Their sinister plan worked. While McSkitty was busy securing the merger, other opportunities opened for them. Who knows what happens next year? ... A graphic that says the bandit yet is celebrating for now. Oh, celebrating, that's it. For now, however, we all deserve a celebration. Holidays are safe and secured. The graphic alt that says McSkitty Elf Security Team celebrating. Congratulations on finishing Advent of Cyber 2023. Only one thing left. Click the button. Okay, click the button. We've done it. And then there's a feedback form. We wish you a merry survey. Antarcticrat's logo. The end of Advent Cyber 2023. Thank you for being part of Advent Cyber 2023. We appreciate your participation in the event, and we congratulate you on making it this far. It's an amazing achievement, and we hope you enjoyed the event. To make next year's Advent of Cyber even better, we ask you to fill out a short feedback survey. At the end, you will find a flag to put in the last question below. Don't forget to grab it before you close the tab. We will see you all in Advent of Cyber 2024. With best wishes, the TryHackMe team. What flag did you get after completing the survey? I don't see where the survey is. There like a link? Ah, sure. Yeah, here it is. Okay, well, I'm going to pause here for a bit. I'm going to really quickly finish up this last this little game that we were playing. Make sure we have the 100 points, and I'll do the survey so you can fill in the flag, and then the retrospective will have me showing, hopefully, the completed badge, and then we'll go through the tasks and check them all out, as it were. Make sure that all the accessibility has been covered. For now, this has been way too long of a video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.